Hi there, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Jan, and I'm from iHeartCardstube.blogspot.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S., and in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little Easter card. The stamp set that I'm using is Welcome Easter, and we'll be using 4 of the stamps from this set. I'll also be using the Sending Flowers dies. This is a coordinating die set for the Sending You Thoughts celebration set. The supplies I'm using for this card, the card base is Whisper White Thick, that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. The Pleased as Punch DSP is the card front, and that is 4 by 5 1/2. And then the die cut, the big one, is a 4 by 4 1/2 piece of Whisper White. Then we've got a 2-inch strip, which is what I stamped the little chickie on, and I'm not going to bore you with taking and showing you the fussy cut. I've used Bermuda Bay ink to stamp the sentiment and then die cut it with that cute little scalloped die. And the chickens were stamped with the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And the baker's twine that's wrapped around the bottom of the card front comes from a celebration set that is unfortunately no longer available. But that So Saffron was a perfect match for this card. As you can see, I also used the sequins from that set to embellish that card. I used one of each of the colors that was in there. To color that cute little chubby chick, I used the Stampin' blends, Pumpkin Pie, the combo, and I also used Daffodil Delight, the combo for that as well. Coloring with my Stampin' blends, I like to always start with the lighter color. In this case, it's the Daffodil Delight Light. I start around the edges and then come in and fill in with the bullet tip. I do not like to use fill-in color with the brush tip because it just lays too much color down and I can't control it. To shade it, I start out the same way. Come around the edge, then switch back to the lighter color, and in a circular motion, just start blending it into the center. My object here is to keep the area right around the eyes lighter than the rest of the head, just for more emphasis. You'll see this is the way that I like to take and do just about everything. And so when we come down to the bottom of the little chick, it's going to be in the same manner. Small areas, light, dark, and then back to light. I want to take this opportunity to thank Kelly Acheson for the beautiful card design that she put together. I pretty much cased it, and the only thing I changed was the theme, and I just love it. So thank you, Kelly. I'm going to stamp the sentiment with Bermuda Bay ink on Whisper White cardstock. And then once that's done, I will die cut it with the scalloped label die that came with the Sending You Flowers die set. I'm using the Stamparatus to set up the inside layer, and I'll be stamping the sentiment for the inside layer. This one comes from a stamp set that is no longer available. It's retired, but I thought it went really well with the greeting on the outside of the card. The retired stamp set that I used is from the Lily Pad Lake. I've set up the stamps for the grass and the little bee on one block, and we'll be stamping them together with tuxedo black ink. Once I've done that, then I'll come back with my Stampin' blends and color. The bee will be the dark Daffodil Delight, and the grass is going to be colored with the light Granny Apple Green. I'm using the same two stamps, the bee and the grass, to stamp the envelope. I'm going to stamp the lower left corner on the front and then the left corner on the flap once I've turned it around. I thought these turned out really cute on the envelope, especially once they were colored. I have a fine tip glue pen that I've filled with our multi-purpose liquid glue. I believe that's the Tombow. And I put it all the way around the Sending You Flowers die cut. And then I've just dotted the flowers and the stems a little bit here and there, not everywhere, just to make sure that they're going to stick flat to the DSP that I'm going to mount it on. I have some metallic edged So Saffron baker's twine that I'm going to wrap around the card front 3 times, and then I'm going to tie it in a bow. This takes about 36 inches for each card, and I think it looks really cute on here. And you can see my little cheat here with the tweezers to hang onto the twine. I've taken and cut some really skinny strips from the edge of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I needed something skinny enough to put on the label so that it would straddle the baker's twine. I wanted to be able to move the baker's twine if I felt I needed to once I adhered the scalloped label to the card front. I've adhered the sentiment label to the card front with those dimensionals on the back, and it fits perfectly over the baker's twine. And now I'm going to add the little sequins to it. Both the sequins and the baker's twine, and you can see the Bermuda Bay baker's twine laying there, all came in a combo pack that was available during Celebration, but unfortunately sold out very quickly. But the sequins were really unique. They've actually got a striped look to them, variegated color, and there was Bermuda Bay, So Saffron, and I think the orange was like the terracotta tile, but they really look cute. I'm adding some mini dimensionals to the back of the baby chick so that I can adhere it to the card front. I'll be tucking the bottom edge of the little chick just underneath that sentiment label. so it kind of looks like he's sitting below the flowers. I'm adding dimensionals to the back of the card front, and we'll be adhering that to the Whisper White card base. I'm using the snail adhesive to adhere the inside layer to the card base, and that'll bring this tutorial to a close. I hope you've enjoyed watching how I made this card, and if you are in the United States and need a demonstrator, then you can order your supplies in my online store by clicking on the link provided below. If you're interested in earning a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, I'd love to have you join my team, and you can purchase the starter kit by clicking on that link, which you will also find listed below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you click on the little bell, you'll receive notifications when I post any new content. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and I'll see you soon.